Welcome, guys, to the AI Breakfast Lab. Yes, we are here. Today is, wow, I forget what today is.
It's
Yeah,
Thursday.
Thursday. That's right. There you go.
Yeah, we passed the hump day. No camel
Yes, we
commercials
did.
today.
We passed it the hump day. Every day, Monday through Friday, we're here at 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central. So we're here to educate, to empower, to equip you with AI knowledge. This is your AI gold standard of training hour. Think of this almost like a mastermind, guys. You get to learn, observe, get oriented with what we do and how we work the AI platform so that we can genuinely help people with what we are doing here at Momentum Tech. We're basically taking ideas and producing content. That's it. That's what AI technology allows us to do. It allows us to amplify it, allows us to produce content rapidly. So we are excited here to be here with you. And I'll turn my volume up a little bit for you guys. There you go. Excellent.
Boy, I can hear you now.
I bet you can. All right. All right, guys. Welcome, welcome. All right, let me get my screen ready here and we will rock and roll. Let me go to my first screen here. So if you remember this week, we're talking about the topic of AEO. You guys remember that? If you remember that, put in the chat AEO. Yes. We're talking about Ask Engine Optimization. If you're a guest here and you're hearing this for the first time, SEO is dead. I have to give you a little summary first if you're watching us on YouTube. And Ask Engine Optimization is the new trend. It's hot, it's sizzling, it is in massive demand for every small business around the world. Every entrepreneur you could think of, every church, every nonprofit, every podcaster, every author, every affiliate marketer should be taking advantage of this because AI moves with speed. If you haven't figured that out, that's kind of a quality of AI technology, right? It just moves like fast, right? Well, so do the AI search bots because AI search engines want to produce good results, right? For consumers and voice searches. So the beautiful thing about our platform is we just launched well over 10 apps that solve that problem in our platform. We're now well over 50 apps, and these are prompt lists. No prompt engineering, no degree needed to understand how to use these apps. That's what I love about it. They're easy. You just input information about your business. Every business owner knows the whole concept of their business. I mean, they live and breathe it, right? So using these apps that we put in here, there's not like a huge learning curve. You know what I mean? Where you got, you have to figure out how to use them. All you have to do is speak what's on your heart into them about your business. It's your business. You know about it. You know your location. You know your hours. You know who you serve. You know what pain points. The benefits, the features of your products or your services. You know all that already. So we built these apps with the engine behind it that knows how to help you get found, get discovered, helps you become the answer. So, James, it was about maybe 8 months ago. You and I, you helped me craft this book.
Yeah.
And I picked it back up and I started editing it last night. We designed this entire book, guys. We designed this entire book, the book cover, and we're going to do the audio book of it today. Look, here's the cover that was designed in our AI platform. Answer Authority. Claiming your space in AI search. What do you think about that cover? Powerful, right?
I like it.
Answer. You remember this one, James?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Answer authority. Claim your space. So I just need your help a little bit this morning because I'm going to take this book and we're going to give this away on the funnel we are working on. The introduction, the shift in search behavior, the limitation of traditional SEO, what is Ask Engine Optimization, proven AEO strategies for AI search dominance, unlocking the AI advantage, practical steps, case studies and success stories, the future of digital marketing, embracing change, and the conclusion. And of course, here is everything here. Just a manuscript. It's about 10,000 words. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll get this numbers on it on the pages. James will do that,
Okay.
and then we'll PDF it, and then we'll get it to somebody that can read it and edit it. But we'll give it away before we do that, right? Obviously, that's the second phase. We want to publish it, right? So we'll just do it in Word because we have a publishing resource where we just send them to them in Word and they format it for us for Kindle and everything else ready to go. All right. And we'll be talking about that later where we have some upcoming boot camps next year. And if you want to write a book and you want to get it published, you'll be able to tap into that, some of these resources. So that's it. It's see the total amount of pages or word count here. Let's just look at the word count. I think it's just under 10,000. Yeah, there you go. When it's all said and done, it'll probably be more than 10,000. We may add some more stuff in here as well. Maybe some stuff about momentum tech in here as well, and how we have the solution for businesses, right? So there you go. So James, let me share this with you. It may be already shared with you. Let's just double check. No, it's not. All right. All right.
Okay. And then
So
if you can make me co-host, so I can help with some of
yes,
the questions.
yes. Editor. I'll just share it with you, Bill. Okay, send. And then, yes, you guys will get a copy of this. Of course, you will, guys. And somebody's probably already asked that, I imagine. What a great giveaway, right? I mean, yeah. So let me copy this, James, and you can have access to that.
Okay.
All right, let me get up here and let me send this to you and get you co-host. So there's the book, and let me make you co-host now as well. All right, guys. Wasn't that a beautiful couple? So yes, that entire book there that we wrote in the AI platform. So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to show you how we can make this into an audio book. I'm going to nail it out. That's the first thing that we're going to do this morning. So let's just go to our hosts here. Let's make you co-host. Okay. Okay. Excellent. All right. You are co-host, sir.
All right.
All right.
Rocking and
Excellent.
rolling.
All right. So now what I do, so I have obviously the entire book here. So I'm going to move it over here right next to the app. Okay. See, there's the app, there's the book. And I'm just going to go down here and what I'm going to do, and we'll add the pages, James, afterwards. I'm just going to take the introduction, chapter one. So I'm going to copy all the chapter one. You guys watch what I'm doing. I'll show you. There's chapter one. So I just copy that. And I'm going to come over here to our AI platform. Now, I can clone my voice if I want to, but I'm not necessarily interested in doing that for this audiobook. I'd rather use a familiar voice that people are familiar with and something that's going to read clear. And I got a couple popular voices that I like in here for book writing. So where do I go? I go to write your book. See right here, the write your book tools. I click here and I just go right to the audio book maker right down here, audio book maker. All right. So how do I start with audiobooks? Well, you just create audiobooks. First thing you click, you're going to name your book. You put your name your name in there as the author. This is all internal. information. Nobody sees this. This is for you to keep yourself organized, right? There's no rocket science with this, all right? So there's no prompt engineering, right? It's just you just input information. So I'm gonna go ahead and choose my voice. You could listen to voices too, right? And yes, you can use your custom voice if you want to. You could clone your voice in the platform. It's like $4.99 a month to clone your voice. Or you could choose any of our other voices here. I'm going to choose Brian. Here's Brian. I like the way Brian sounds and reads.
Welcome to our AI-powered platform. Your creativity is our command.
Right. He's clear, authoritative, and I think he will be a good reader for what we're doing. So, and of course, we have females in here also, and different country flags as well.
Welcome to our AI-powered platform.
Right. You got all kinds of really cool stuff right in here.
Welcome to our AI-powered platform.
And I'm just going to show you here some other voices.
Welcome to our AI-powered platform.
Right. So you got a lot of different options in here, and they all have different reading styles depending upon what you want to read. And of course, you could always use a custom voice. So if you choose a custom voice, right, I canceled it recently because I only wanted to use it once. I want to record a new one. You just record your voice and you upload an MP3 or a WAV file. It's best to do in your clone voice, like a good quality. Go to a studio and record your voice, like a 30-second, 45-second clips, different tones, and then you could upload it. You could upload different types of clones for your voice too, like maybe a reading style clone, and you can name it Ed Reading, right? Or you can do one for like exciting videos, Instagram videos. You could do one for the spokesperson. Right? You can do different tones and levels depending upon what you're delivering. You just need to, I would suggest thinking it through is what I'm saying. I'm saying don't just do it. Okay. You'll get a better quality output that's more leveled for audio. And I'm not gonna claim I'm not an audio expert. Okay. I'm an AI expert. All right. So I'm going to go to the experts that know audio, right? Obviously, all of the voices in here have the right decimal. All these are ready for TV. In other words, they're the right decimal. You could produce a video spokesperson or voice on our platform, and it's good enough for the decimal points to be ready for TV or radio. So you want to have your voice that same amount, right? Wouldn't that make sense, Bill? Right? I mean, that's just makes total sense to me, James. So just make sure you invest in that. It doesn't cost a lot. I mean, I can go to Groupon and probably find a local studio, especially now, specials and stuff, right? For $30, $45 for an hour, maybe. It depends on what kind of big city you live in. And gives you like an hour, and you go to the studio and you just tell me, I just want to record a bunch of, maybe bring a couple of your team members and you all create your clone voice, right? Maybe we'll do that here in Nashville. We have a friend here actually, right, Jeanette, in Nashville that has a studio, and she's made that available to us. She's been in radio, and she's an expert with audio, right? So what we're going to do is maybe coordinate something with her and give her a little bit of money and bring some team members over there and record some audio clips, right? And then you can use your voice, right? I'm not saying your microphone on your computer won't do a good job. It may. I like high quality, and I think it's going to be better, especially if you're going to put it on YouTube or it's going to be out in the public. Remember how we define brand about 2 weeks ago or a week ago? I define brand as credibility. And then what do? I ask myself one question. Will this enhance my brand or will this diminish my brand? Right. So I'm thinking, okay, well, my voice needs to be good quality because it's going to enhance my brand. If it's bad quality, guess what? It's going to diminish my brand. That's how I make those decisions. So you make a decision what you want to do, but I'm going to choose. That was a long explanation, but I think it's important for you guys to understand the capabilities of our platform, the versatility that you have, right? So let's choose Brian. Or you know what? Why don't we choose Adam? Adam's cool. Everybody knows Adam. So we'll choose Adam. And so what I do, I just paste the content here for chapter 1. Boom, right there. So it's pasted. Now I could extend this a little bit if I want to. And I can come up here to the top. And I'm going to get rid of the A portions of this and the B portions of it, because I don't know if it's really necessary for him to read that. Here's the C. I got to get rid of the B. I should have done that earlier.
Are you ready for the page numbers added?
Yeah, you could do that. Yep. Yeah, you're ready. It's ready. You could add the pages. Yeah, that's fine. Yep.
On it.
After the table of contents, that's perfect.
All right.
Okay, there we go. Excellent. So do you want to just kind of look at it a little bit before you put it in here? Just to make sure it looks okay. Make sure there's nothing that will be difficult for it to read. Like dollar amounts. There's a lot of different things that you can look out for. But obviously those B and A and C things, I didn't want to use that, right? All right, there we go. Now let's take chapter 1, and I'm just going to delete that. And I'm going to put that over here. For the chapter name, I'm going to eliminate chapter 1 because it's like, it's not chapter 1, it's an introduction. Chapter 1 is already going to be organized here. So there you go, English, and you can choose whatever language you want. And Jeanette we have a key to all of these now that we're going to be putting a PDF in there, because I don't know about you guys, Bill or James, I don't know what that is or I don't know what some of this language is. Well, guess what? Well, we got a key now. We're going to put in the platform for you. Hopefully this weekend you're going to have a key, because obviously, we had some people ask us, like for example, what was it? The city? German. They said, well, I don't see German in here. And Jeanette's like, well, wait a minute. Which one is it? Yeah, it's this. This is German. Some of you may know that. Some of you may not. DEUTCSCH. That's German. So we have a key for this for you guys to understand it, right? And the reason we do this is if somebody's in their own country, they should know what their language is, right? That's why we do that, to make it easy for them to read it. They may not speak English like you. You understand? They may only speak German. They may only be able to read German. Right, so it doesn't make sense for us to put German there, because they may see it, they may notice it, but we're going to put it in their language because it's their country, right? But we'll give you a key for that, all right? So you guys understand that. Cool? All right, awesome. So we're choosing English. Now, if you want a special tone, I'm giving you little tidbits here, guys. Might as well, because this is the AI Breakfast Lab, right? If you're going to do like a tone, like Jeanette maybe want to do a book in Spanish, right? Let's just use her as an example. Well, she may want to have a Spanish voice with that accent. So she's going to probably clone her voice, get some other Spanish people to clone their voices so that the accent, the dialect, is more like Spanish. Does that make sense? If that makes sense to you guys, put a 5 in the chat. I want to make sure I'm not going over everybody's head. Pretty simple. The dialect that you need is going to be, in that country. Like I had someone ask me, hey, we have a lot of people in was it Hungary? I think it was. Chip told me, I can't remember where he had him. And I recommended for him, just get somebody with that dialect in that country to go to a studio, record an audio clip, because he wanted to put his books in that language. And That way it has the right dialect speaking the language. AI lets us go super fast, guys. All right, so here's this one. Let's go ahead, and it's real fast, by the way. Um, once it's done, you're going to see it here. Once we get rolling here, you'll see how it goes. So I'm going to go ahead and create that audiobook. Actually, let's just add the chapter. We're going to add a chapter. It's going to choose everything default, and I'm going to give it the chapter name. I'm just going to do it all, right? I'm going to give it the chapter name, the shift and search behavior. I'm going to copy that. We're going to move a little faster now. There's the shift, chapter 2. And I'm going to get rid of the A, so I'm just going to copy this. I'll get rid of that B and the C also. And I'll just copy that. And go over here, paste the content in there. Make it a little bit bigger. Get rid of the C. Okay. All right, let me scroll back up. All right, there we go. Get rid of the B. So James and I have done this a lot, and you don't want to rush it, right, James? When you're
Yeah,
doing
you
your own book.
you sure don't want to rush it, and you want to actually read your book before you publish it. Important.
Yeah. Yes.
Read it and edit it.
Just noticed one thing. Like up here, there's no period, right? At the end of that. So I'm going to put a period at the end of that. So it stops, right? And I just noticed that on some of these titles. So I'll go back to chapter 1 and I'll look at that. Right. So yeah, has no period there, guys. So you just add a period. So when you're doing an audio book in the platform, this saves you hundreds of dollars, by the way. I mean, geez, this comes ready for Audible or any type of publishing that you want. And doing an audio book lets you target a little bit more people. There's people that are blind that would love to listen and read and learn from your book. So if you're not doing an audio book, you're missing out on a demographic. Do you understand, guys? Yeah. Just something to think about, right? People with disabilities represent a large market share. So, giving them a way to listen and tap into your knowledge, they very much appreciate that. I have a couple of friends that are just dynamic. One that's a TV host that's blind. She'll blow your mind. She's incredibly talented. And she appreciates all the audiobooks that I do. When I send it to her, she's just so happy because she could listen to it, right? Okay. Awesome. That's why a lot of our black belt training, we do audio files now, too. Not just video, not just copy. We give you the transcripts on our black belt training. In other words, we have the audio file and we have the whole transcript that you can read too, the PDF. And then we have a video that you could listen to and watch. Also, typically, with every black belt training, every certification from the white belt all the way to the black belt. That's the style we're doing it so that it can reach more people. All right, so there's chapter 2. Let's look at chapter 1, make sure we got everything good here. With periods, make sure there's no opportunities for foul ups. Looks good. It's chapter 1, chapter 2. All right, let's add chapter 3 now. The limitations. Chapter 3, the limitations. And again, come through here, copy all this. Thank you, James, for putting the page numbers in here.
You bet.
And just paste it in here. A little bit longer. Excellent. This is the process we go through when we put together our black belt training, right? Obviously, as well, right? So we're going through creating audio files, right? Taking our time, being methodical, with everything that we do, right? Again, not rushing it. I've learned, creating many books in the AI platform. You want to make sure you spend time, and definitely want to make sure you take time to read your book, right? And sometimes what I like doing, guys, honestly, I like when I have AI write a book, and I put my knowledge into it and it writes the first chapter, I'll put it in the audio book and read it and listen to it. Because that's just the way I want to see how it flows, right? And that helps me. That's the first part of editing I do is I listen to it. How does it sound? Because that's just the way I operate. Then I go back and I read it and I have Jeanette read it, James look over it, et cetera, right? Just to make sure that it sounds good. Certain words you've had trouble with, James, on AI names like a key, a heme.
Yeah, sometimes you have to spell them out phonetically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So just some tips for you guys when you're doing this. So let's add the next chapter. So I'm going to chapter 4 now. Okay. Copy that. Paste. We'll make it a little bit bigger. So obviously this is an investment in your business. Now I just noticed one thing's here. Just looking at it in this area. Gonna fix this right here. See how this is kind of mumbled together? I'm going to get rid of some of that right there. Okay. Yeah. 15 to 20 minutes. And get rid of the queue. Also, see what I mean, guys? Don't rush it and look through stuff. Because the book has a lot of different ideas and examples. Like here's A, right? Okay, getting rid of the A examples. Just paying attention to what's in here so they can read it correctly. Frequently asked questions. Doesn't like FAQ, so I put in detailed frequently asked questions there. It won't like Q&A either. It'll say something. It'll probably pronounce it QA, however it pronounces it, right, James? So let's just fix that.
It definitely it'll pronounce some weird. It's getting better though, even with the weird names.
Yep. Okay. question and answer. Question and answer. Okay. This one requires a little bit more. We like to show you because this is a lab, right? So you can see what we do. So those are some um, things you should watch out for too, right? In terms of numbers. If you have your book labeled like with A, B, C, ideas, then you want to make sure that you adapt your audio book for something like that. Okay. Well, here we go. Think we're almost ready. What I'm going to do, I'm going to first do the first 3 chapters to show you guys, and we'll finish the rest, in our own time. But I wanted to make sure you guys see a little bit of the process here. Does this help you guys in terms of how to use this tool? Put a 5 in the chat if it does. If it helps you guys, so you can see, what we mean is we have all the tools for you here. Just incredible. We've James and I have even done projects for authors, and we've done their audiobook for them and got paid decent money to do it. Sometimes we did that, right, James?
Yeah, we don't want to do any more, so don't.
No, don't ask us to do it. We won't do it. No more. That's why we train you guys. But maybe eventually we'll have a done for you service, like this when we have experts that want to help, right, on our corporate team or on our expert teams, right? Or we could fulfill it. I'll just say that, right, James? I think that's pretty accurate. Yeah. But
Yeah.
we got to be ready for it. I don't think none of you want to take it on either, because I'm going to tell you right now, it's very tedious. Okay. And especially if you haven't written it, you don't know their writing style. I'm just going to tell you right now, it's a pain in the butt. All right. I'm just going to tell you right now, don't take that on, because you don't necessarily know how to scope the project, and it's going to set you up for failure. I promise you it will.
It's a lot of work.
James and James has been on the phone call with me where I told somebody, no way, we're not going to do that book for you after I looked at their book, right? It'll cost you too much money. You can't afford my time. Didn't I tell them that, James?
Yep. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So be careful with that. I only say that because it's kind of a warning for you. We've been there and we've done that. Okay. All right. So I think this is just about ready for these first 3 chapters, right? Except this one here. Let's see. Instead of e.g., we're going to say, for example. I just happened to catch that. Okay. Now, you might as well expect a editor too. Will I be right, James?
Yeah.
On one of the chapters. I mean, of course, that means you'll have to redo that one. That's why we say don't rush it. We're trying to give you some of the pitfalls in terms of AI. It's gotten much better. It can read AEO. It's not going to say, EO. It can read SEO. It's not going to say CO. Okay. You don't need to spell that out. Used to be you couldn't put even a dollar amount with a dollar symbol. Now it reads it okay. AI has gotten better. Technology's gotten better. So I'm just looking through it right now. FAQ, I haven't tried it recently, but that could be a problem still. Or Q&A could be a problem also. Maybe it's fixed. I haven't tried it recently. But those are some of the things you want to spell out. Cool. We got to give chapter 4 a name here. I think this was it here. Let's double check chapter 4. Yeah, what is Ask Engine Optimization? So let's go to the top. We'll get rid of that. And we'll put it right there. It's not going to read the chapter name. It's just going to read this. So let's go back. And this is just a little trick that I've known. I'm going to tell you about. So we got to put the name of the book here. So it's Answer Authority. It's only for you, so you can go back to it. And you need to put like a description. I'm just going to say Answer Authority in there. Now, one of the things that I think helps a lot in the structure of your book when you do it, and I'm going to do this right now. I'm just going to say chapter 1. I want it to say chapter 1, right? In the audiobook. Chapter 1, comma, the introduction, comma. That just gives a little pause there. Chapter 1, the introduction, the evolution of search. Boom. Okay. So I'm going to copy this. And I'm going to go to chapter 2. And I'm going to put it at the beginning of chapter 2. Also. Boom. And I'm just going to change that to 2. And it's not the introduction. So I'm going to get rid of that. Now I'm going to copy that because I'm going to do chapter 3. All right, just a little trick that I've noticed that it helps. Again, if you rush through it, you'll miss it, right? So we don't want you guys to rush through this. That's why I'm showing you the tediousy that we go through and thinking this through. Chapter 3, there's little tips that we've learned. And then chapter 4. Your listeners will appreciate it also, by the way. So they know what chapter they're listening to. If they're listening in their car or while they're working out. This is chapter 4, not 5. Chapter 4. Yeah. Okay. And you know what I could even do is put the name of the chapter there, just thinking, right? Chapter, boom. There you go. That would be much better, right? And then let's go to chapter 3 and look at that one. See, chapter 3, outdated tactics and diminishes the limitations of SEO. Put that in chapter 3. And then chapter 2, just finalizing details. Chapter 2, changing the outcome. Keywords, the shift in behavior. Let's add that in there. Put that right there. Boom. And then chapter 1, the introduction. Looks good. All right. I think we're ready for the first 4 chapters. And then we could add more later, but I want to do this right now. So let's go ahead and create the audiobook. It takes just a few minutes and it's done. So what are we doing this with while that's working on you for you guys? Let me show you another tab while that's creating that. Let's create a new tab here, duplicate the tab. So we were working on a website yesterday, and we're continuing to work on the website because we want content for it, right? So let's go. We have website tools. We can create a tool here, create a website, and we're going to the funnel builder. And this is the funnel we were working on right here. And what we talked about yesterday is This is the magic hook. The game has shifted from rank me to choose me. Be the answer AI reads out loud every time. Momentum Tech turns a zero content into daily conversions with Ask Engine Optimization. So AI assistants pick your answer first, not the blue link fifth. And there's a video here. Ready to be the answer in AI search? Submit the form and launch your 7-day answer blitz now, right? So we're going to work on that 7-day blitz, and we're going to add a bonus section here. All right. So let's watch here while that's working on it. I'm going to add a bonus. I'm going to do a column. Actually, let's just copy this, clone that. Let's drop that below the fold. And we're just going to say, as an added bonus today, get your, oops, let's go down, go back up. I don't know, I hit a button there. Let's go back up.
Okay.
There we go. Get your get a free copy of our book, along with the audio version. And I'll create something more captivating than that, right? But I'm just putting this here for myself for later, so I know to put it here, right? In the audio version of the answer authority. Okay, I'm just going to add that there, and then what I'll do, I'll have our AI platform make something more compelling there, right? And then I'll put the book cover below here as well as an added bonus, right? When they do that, right? So I'm just making a note here for myself. So this is what we were working on, right? And I'll fix this copy. So we're going to be working on this, and hopefully we'll wrap it up tomorrow. So we're ready to go. I've added adding some other things in here. Like I've added, who we help: entrepreneurs, consultants, business owners, direct marketers. Got questions. I added a bunch of questions in here. Like, what is Ask Engine Optimization? Question. Let's see, edit that. It's not question. Let's go question. How is AEO different from SEO? Do I need lots of content? Will this help across assistance and search surfaces? I don't have time for this. I'm not tech savvy. Will I get stuck? We tried SEO before and it didn't work. How fast can I see results? Right. And then we have our app icons here. Like this one, this is our Facebook one, LinkedIn. This is our Instagram. This is our X. This is our YouTube. This is blogs. Aren't these great icons? I mean, these icons were put together by our AI image creator, right, James? This is our content, like content improver.
Yep, they were.
Yep. Really beautiful, beautiful. And I'm working on some other ones here. That's why these are duplicate to this row right here. So what I did, I just cloned the row, right? I cloned the row to make this one, and I'm going to update more because we created some more apps. I'm going to put them right here. Yeah. So, and then we're going to add like a section below here, like a subtitle behind there, and put the name of the app, right? So I just clone that, and I just bring that right over here. And I can clone it and bring that right over here. See, so we're going to add like descriptions below each one. All right. See how easy it is to use this web platform, right? So it's going to be a really strong funnel to convert. And of course, anybody that fills out and gets the book in the 7-day blitz is going to go automatically into our CRM. Let's save that. Again, this is what we're working on. The audio book is done. So let's look at it. Let's listen to the first chapter and then we'll take some Q&As. I think we have just enough time for the top of the hour to listen. Maybe we won't listen to all of it. We'll just listen to a little bit of it so you get a taste of it. Because this is 8 minutes. This one's 10 minutes. This one's 8 minutes. This one's 10 minutes. So it's an investment of time for somebody to listen to this book, but let's just listen to a little bit of it. All right, you ready? Here we go.
Chapter 1. The Introduction. The Evolution of Search, from Traditional SEO to AI-Driven Discovery. Not so long ago, succeeding online was virtually synonymous with mastering the intricacies of search engine optimization. If you wanted your business to be found, you adapted to Google's every algorithm update, outwitted competitors with targeted keywords, and built backlink profiles designed to boost your credibility. Titles, meta descriptions, and alt text became the secret weapons of digital marketers everywhere. This era gave rise to a structured and often technical approach to online visibility. SEO specialists became invaluable, tracking search trends, obsessing over page rank, and constantly adjusting tactics to stay one step ahead of evolving criteria. When search was dominated by desktop browsers and standardized web results, the rules, though ever-changing, were clear. Optimize your site for search engines and the traffic would follow. Yet digital landscapes are rarely static. The last decade has seen a remarkable transformation not only in how people use the internet, but in how technology interprets their needs. The rise of the smartphone pushed search into the palms of billions, making queries more spontaneous and immediate. But perhaps even more consequential is the emergence of artificial intelligence, especially as embedded in virtual assistants, smart speakers, and next-generation chatbots. Today, just Google it isn't the default path for many users. Instead, someone might ask Siri for advice on the drive home, request Alexa's shopping suggestion from the kitchen, or have a real-time dialogue with a conversational AI to sort out business strategies or troubleshooting questions. These AI-powered tools don't deliver a list of links for users to sift through. Instead, they prioritize direct answers, short, clear, and authoritative responses curated from a vast digital knowledge base. What does this mean for businesses and content creators? The power dynamic has shifted from optimizing for search engines to optimizing for artificial intelligence that understands context, intent, and conversational nuances. The algorithms are smarter. They don't just look for keywords, but for semantic meaning and authentic expertise. Winning at search is no longer about ticking off boxes in a technical checklist, but about meeting people where they are, on whatever device or platform they choose, and in whatever language comes naturally to them. This shift isn't looming on the horizon, it's happening now. AI-driven discovery is rewriting the rules, putting the customer's real questions and intent at the center, and demanding that businesses adapt.
Tell you what, guys, that is very engaging. I don't know about you guys, but it's peaked. It's been a while since I read it or even listened to it. I mean, it's. I think it would pique people's interest. What do you think, Bill?
I think so.
Yeah. What do you think? Yeah. Don't you? I mean, I think it's really good content, and you can download your whole book as a zip, and you continue to add chapters to it as well. All you do is click on edit, and you can keep it all in one concise place, right? You can add chapters. And that's what I plan on doing. Just adding all 9 chapters. I think there's 9 chapters, right? Let's see, 9 chapters. Pretty sure there's 9. Let's just go back up here to here. Yeah, 9 chapters. So we've done 4. So we still need to do these, right? For the full book. So that is how you create an audio book. Now, let me explain something, guys. Once you write the book, like I'm going to upload this book to the GPT that we trained when we first started this. We used the Ask Ed and we used AEO topics and apps. I'm going to upload the book to this to train it even more. Because remember, this actually helped me craft our entire web funnel and all the copy that's here. Okay? So I want to train it some more before I have it give it our 7-day answer blitz by uploading the book, right, to this GPT. I just click on here and I can upload a Word document. right to this topic so that it can really, because it initially suggested doing a 7-day answer blitz, right? So we want to put together like a blueprint of what that looks like a plug and play for a business. What do they need? What do we recommend the first 7 days? Because I promise you, mark my words, in the AI revolution, these tools here that we have under social AEO content right here, although they may seem like, wow, that is a lot, they're simple. Like, for example, these are 4 that you could take action right now. You could make a decision to take action on these right now. Face the Rocket tools. I'm going to put these in a different folder. Face Rocket, Insta Rocket, YouTube Rocket, LinkedIn Rocket. What are these? Great question. Because Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn have a lot of popularity with Google, and they have a lot of popularity with AI search engines. So Face Rocket is AEO will transform your topic of your social posts, your audience, your tone, your goal in social stopping, like scroll stopping content, emotional, compelling, long form Facebook post using a proving hook, story, teaching, call to action framework with AI driven AEO signals. In other words, it's going to signal AI search engines to rank your social post. Because Facebook, Instagram, YouTube being the second largest search engine in the world, Instagram as well, they all have good ratings in terms of good search result. They rank really well, in other words. So you could put in your main topic, your target audience, your post goal, what's your goal, your tone that you want, your call to action, your link in your website, your brand name, and then it writes a long post for you. Like this was one I did this morning. So I could download the PDF here so we can read it. Make it a little bit bigger. Feeling overwhelmed by the pace of AI innovation? What if you could master the top AI tools before your morning coffee? In my first month as a coach, I spent hours crafting social posts that barely moved the needle. I knew AI was the answer, but every course felt outdated and too theoretical. Then I discovered Momentum Text AI Breakfast Lab, where Ed Garza and James Penny demo 50 plus AI tools live every weekday. In one session, I learned to automate my lead follow up and saw engagement start rolling in within hours. The first step is to pinpoint 3 time drain tasks you handle every day and ask, can AI speed this up? Next, identify which demo tools fits your workflow, content strategy, customer journeys, and data analysts. Implement a simple test during the live session, pause to ask questions, and refine on the spot. This action-oriented approach is why Momentum Text AI Breakfast Lab isn't just another webinar, it's a proving ground. Register now. The training is free. Get your Zoom link instantly at aibreakfastlab.com. Register now. The training is free. Hashtag AI training, hashtag entrepreneurship, hashtag Momentum Tech. That is the outcome of this Rocket tool. So we have these tools here that you can take action on right away to create social posts that AI engines will pick up. Here's one for InstaRocket. Does the same thing. Put in your topic, let it rip, tater chip. Here's YouTube. Turns your topic, your audience, your tone into a goal, into a 60-second short scripts. Then you could take that script and do a YouTube short in our video tools. You can do a YouTube spokesperson in our video tools. Here's a LinkedIn Rocket. Same thing. Create authority building posts with hook, story, teaching, call to action that signal. They send a signal, right? They send a signal to AI search engines about your post because it's good content. Those are some tools for you guys. That's the AI Breakfast Lab, guys. I hope you guys learned something today. I mean, we did started on an audio book. We're continuing to work on this topic, and we're giving you knowledge that you need. So, all right. James, you were here. I think maybe Bill dropped off for a minute.
Yeah, Bill had an appointment that he had to get to today. He won't be able to be on the next
Okay.
call.
All right.
So, folks, we're going to shift over now to our opportunity meeting.
So thank you guys
And-
for joining us here. We appreciate you with the AI Breakfast Lab. We appreciate your loyalty.